In the heart of Washington, D.C., a mysterious virus turns people into hungry, unstoppable zombies, tearing the Capitol apart in hours. Hidden beneath the streets, a government scientist is ordered to create a cure, while the city above falls into chaos. As strange clues appear in his own blood tests and the undead begin to gather around his secret lab, he realizes the outbreak is not what it seems. Surrounded by lies, trapped by monsters, and haunted by his past work, he must decide who to save, what to sacrifice, and how far he is willing to go to stop the nightmare he might have helped create. Chapter 1: The Night Washington, D.C. Died. I remember the last normal hour in Washington, D.C. It was 7:12 p.m. when the first alert flashed red across the lab screens. At first, it looked like another simulation drill. We had seen so many what-if models of pandemics that they all blurred together. But then the live news feeds came and on one monitor. Traffic on Constitution Avenue stopped dead. A man staggered between cars, clutching his head before collapsing. People ran to help him. He stood back up and tore into first throat he saw. The second monitor showed the White House lawn. Secret Service agents surrounded someone on the ground, shouting, guns drawn, backing away too late. The cameras cut to static as a scream bled into the feed. That I froze at my name is Daniel Cross. I am a virologist, or at least that is what I was when the world still made sense. I had spent years modeling theoretical pathogens for the government, trying to understand how to stop the next big outbreak. Now the next big outbreak was outside our doorstep. Sirens wailed outside the Department of Health and Human Services building. Our floor lights dimmed and then turned blood red. A cold mechanical voice filled the lab. Citywide quarantine in effect. All essential scientific personnel report to secure levels immediately. Dr. Daniel Cross. Proceed to sublevel 7. That was me. Sublevel 7. The level only a few of us even knew existed. That I stared at the screen again. A woman on the National Mall ran, screaming, from a group of people who chased her in jerky, broken movements, their eyes empty, mouths open like they were learning to use them for the first time. "Daniel, move!" My supervisor shouted. He pressed a key card into my hand, fingers shaking. "You're going below. They want you on the cure team." "The cure for what?" I asked, though I already knew. "The virus," he said. "The one that makes them like that." On the monitor, the first wave of zombies crashed into a line of police cars. Washington, D.C., our proud capital, was dying in real time, and I was being sent under it. Chapter 2: The Lab Beneath the Capitol. The elevator to sublevel 7 felt like a coffin made of steel and secrets. My badge unlocked a panel I had never seen before. Hidden behind a false wall, as it dropped, the noise of the city faded, replaced by a deep, humming silence. When the doors opened, I stepped into a world of glowing screens, armed guards, and air that smelled like bleach and fear. The ceiling was low, the walls reinforced. Red letters above the main doors read, Central Biocontainment Facility, Washington, D.C. A general I had only ever seen in briefing slides stood over a digital map of the city. Red zones splashed across it like fresh wounds. The downtown area was almost entirely covered. "Dr. Cross," he said, "you designed our simulations. Now, we need you to beat the real thing. How fast is it spreading?" I asked. "Faster than anything we have seen," he said. "Bite to full transformation in under 10 minutes. Sometimes less. No known survivors after advanced infection. We have confirmed visual of cannibalistic aggression. Full loss of higher function. Zombies." He did not use a word, but we all knew it. A woman in a white coat handed me a tablet. Her eyes hollow from lack of sleep. "We have live samples. Early reports say it is a blood-borne virus with airborne potential in closed spaces. It is not natural, Dr. Cross." I scrolled through the data. My stomach twisted. The mutation rate was too fast. The structure was too precise and yet chaotic in a way that felt directed. "Who created this?" I whispered, and O1 answered. They led me through a sealed door to the core lab. Thick glass cells lined the wall. In 3 of them, something moved. What was left of people? They slammed against the glass, eyes milky, jaws snapping, fingers torn bloody from clawing. Their skin was gray, veins bulging thick and black, like something was crawling under the surface. "This is subject A01, an assistant said. "First confirmed case from inside the city. He used to be a bus driver. Now he threw himself against the glass again and again for a single taste of living flesh. The president ordered us to find a cure," the general said behind me. "Fast, before D.C. is nothing but them." I felt every eye in that room on me. I opened a fresh file on my tablet and named it ZV1, Initial Cure Protocol. Then, with shaking hands, I asked for my own blood to be drawn now that the virus was in the city. It was only a matter of time before it found its way down here. Chapter 3. Strange Blood. Hours blurred into each other as we worked. The virus was like nothing I had ever seen. Under the microscope, it twisted through blood cells like black thorns, slicing, bonding, rewriting. It killed some cells, turned others into factories that pumped out more of itself. It even seemed to whisper between infected cells, guiding their changes. We watched a live feed of a blood sample that transformed from bright red to thick, dark sludge in minutes. "This should not be possible," one of the junior scientists muttered. "We tested everything we had. Antivirals, vaccines, experimental compounds. The virus ate through them like they were nothing. Then my blood results came back." "Daniel, you need to see this," the woman from before said quietly. That on the screen, two samples sat side by side. One was from an infected security guard. His cells were clogged with black threads of the virus. The second was mine. The virus was there, but it was trapped, coiled around something bright and blue inside my cells, unable to spread. "It's like your blood is resisting it," she said, slowing it, binding it. "Is it a natural immunity?" I asked. She shook her head. "No, this pattern is engineered." The word hung heavy in the sterile air. "Engineered by who?" I asked, already dreading the answer. She pulled up a file. At the top, in bold letters, was a project name I recognized from classified briefings. Something I had touched only at the edges. Project Lucid. "This was one of ours," she said. "A gene therapy program. You worked on the viral vector years ago. Daniel, they built the delivery system from your models." My mouth went dry. We had tried to design a virus that could repair broken genes. Something to cure inherited diseases. We had never gotten it stable, never made it safe. The program had gone dark, but it had not died. Now the same structure I helped design was out there, turning citizens into monsters. And for some reason, my blood carried the only thing we'd seen that could hold it back. Suddenly, I heard a heavy thud from the glass cells. Subject A01 had stopped slamming the glass. He was staring straight at me. His dead eyes followed me as I moved. His cracked lips curled back from his teeth, like he recognized me. Chapter 4, The First Test. We did not have the luxury of slow planning. The city above was falling by midnight. We had lost contact with most of downtown D.C. The last radio call from the surface came from a panicked officer near the Capitol steps, his voice drowned out by growls and gunfire. "Containment is broken," the general said quietly. "They are in the streets, in the buildings. We are sealing this facility. No one leaves until we have a solution. Or until we were overrun." We worked through the night, using my blood as a template. The idea was simple and insane. Take the defensive factor from my cells and build a serum that could block the virus and others. But we needed to test it on a human INCLC3. A young woman pressed her hands against the glass, nails broken, skin gray. She had been brought in from a barricade near Union Station, the last survivor of her group. She was in the early stage. Eyes cloudy, breathing ragged, but she could still speak. "Please," she whispered as she watched us. I can hear them in my head. "Please make it stop." Her name was Leah. She had been a nurse. I knew the odds. If the serum failed, we would speed up her collapse. If it worked, she might become our first proof that the cure was possible. I stood outside her cell, syringe in hand, blue liquid glowing softly inside. The whole lab watched from behind reinforced glass. "This is wrong," one of the team said. "We are not ready. We will never be ready," I said. "The city will be gone by morning." Leah looked up at me, tears mixing with sweat. "I do not want to hurt anyone," she said. Do it. I stepped into the secure airlock. The door ceiling shut behind me with a hiss. Up close, I could see faint black veins already crawling up her neck. She shivered when the needle went in. The blue serum flowed into her bloodstream. For a moment, nothing happened. Then she screamed, her back arched, eyes rolling white. Her veins lit up blue for a second, then fought with the black. The virus and the serum crashed into each other inside her, a war I could only hear through her ragged, inhuman cries. The glass behind me shook as the other zombies threw themselves at it, reacting to her pain, or to the change in her blood. I watched the monitor on the wall. Her level spiked, dropped, spiked again. Daniel, get out of there. Someone shouted. I did not move. Aaliyah's scream slowly turned to wet gasps. Then she collapsed. Still, silence filled the cell. My hand shook. I killed her, I whispered. Then Leah opened her eyes. They were no longer cloudy. They were clear. Daniel, she croaked. I can't hear them anymore. On the monitors, her infection markers plunged. We had done it. But outside the glass, Subject A01 watched us, his head tilted, eyes brightening with a strange, new awareness. Chapter 5, The City Above. We had something that looked like a cure, but not enough to matter if DC was already lost. We needed to know what was happening above us. Whether there was anything left to save, a small team volunteered to go topside with me. One soldier, one medic, one engineer to keep us connected to the lab. We each carried a pack of serum vials and syringes like they were sacred. The service stairs from sublevel 7 to street level felt endless. With each step up, the air grew hotter, smokier. The walls vibrated with distant blasts. The door at the top was jammed. The soldier forced it open with his shoulder. The smell hit us first. Burned plastic, blood, rot. Washington, D.C. was unrecognizable. Cars lay abandoned, doors open, alarms still screaming. Fires burned in office windows. A helicopter lay broken in the street, like a crushed insect. In the distance, the White House glowed orange, part of its roof caved in. And they were everywhere. Zombies wandered between the ruins, some alone, some in packs. They moved in twitching jerks, but every head snapped toward us the second we stepped out. Move fast, the soldier said. Stay quiet if you can. We ducked behind an overturned police car as a group shuffled past. One of them wore a Capitol Police uniform, badge hanging by a thread. His jaw was missing, but he still snapped at the air like he could taste us. We had planned to head for a nearby hospital, hoping for survivors. Instead, we found a parking lot full of bodies and a line of makeshift barricades torn apart. The medic cursed under his breath. We are too late. Look, I said, pointing to a movement under a collapsed sign that a boy, maybe 10, crawled out, coughing from the smoke. His arm was bleeding, teeth marks deep in the flesh. His eyes were starting to cloud. No, the medic whispered. He has been bitten. The boy saw us and froze, shaking. Are you real? He asked. I pulled out a vial of serum. My hands did not shake this time. We can try, I said, but we have to do it now. The soldier kept watch while I knelt by the boy. I saw the black veins already spidering out from the bite. You might feel pain, I said. I already do, he whispered. The serum went in. For a second, nothing. Then he screamed, almost as loud as Leah had. His back arched. Fingers clawing the ground as a zombie turned toward us. Then another. The soldier fired, bullets exploding heads. But more kept coming, drawn by the noise. Finish it, Daniel, he shouted. The boy's body shook, then went limp. His breathing slowed. His eyes cleared. It stopped, he whispered. It is quiet. The serum worked on him too, but the gunshots had turned the street into a magnet. Dozens of zombies poured out of alleys, climbing over cars, their dead eyes locked on us. We have to go back, the engineer yelled. Now! We ran for the service door, dragging the boy with us, the sound of the undead growing louder behind us. As the door slammed shut, a gray hand reached through the gap, fingers clawing at my leg before the soldier crushed it with his boot. Back underground, gasping for breath. I realized the truth in a new, sharper way. We had a cure that worked, but we were running out of time to use it. Chapter 6, Project Lucid. Back in the lab, Leah and the boy rested in separate clean rooms. Their infection markers stayed low. The virus was still there, but caged, silent. We had proof. 2 humans saved. The general stared at the data, his jaw clenching. "We will start mass production," he said. "We will flood the city with this if we have to." "It is not that simple," I said. "We do not know long-term effects. We do not know if it changes them in other ways." "We are past long-term," he snapped. "We are at last breath." He was not wrong. But something still felt off. I went deeper into the Project Lucid files, with the engineer bypassing security layers that were never meant to be broken. What I found made my skin crawl. Lucid had not just been about curing disease. It had been about control. The virus was designed to rewrite parts of the brain, shut down fear, increase obedience. It was supposed to make soldiers who did not hesitate, who followed orders without question. Until it got out of control, I whispered. Somewhere along the line, someone had pushed it too far. It had stopped making obedient soldiers and started making something else. The last video in the file was a test in a hidden facility. A volunteer injected with an early version of the virus. At first, he followed commands perfectly. Then his eyes glazed. He attacked the nearest scientist, tearing his throat out. The test log ended in screams. Below the video, a single note was written, half-finished. "If we can pair this with stabilizing factor, the stabilizing factor of NY blood. I am not just immune," I said slowly. "I am part of the design." All those earlier tests on my cells, the gene therapy experiments, the months of blood draws I barely remembered, they had used my biology as a base. The virus that turned D.C. into a graveyard carried my signature. I looked up at the glass cells. Subject A-01, the bus driver, had stopped slamming the glass hours ago. He watched me instead, tracking my every move. His eyes seemed less empty now, as if a faint light was flickering inside his ruined brain. When I moved closer, he placed his hand flat on the glass, palm open, like a greeting. "Daniel?" Leah's voice came through the intercom from her room. "Something feels wrong down here, like they're thinking." An alarm cut her off. "Containment breach in cell A-01. The door to cell had not broken. IT had unlocked." Chapter 7, Choices in the Dark. The siren screamed through the lab, a shrill metallic howl. Red light strobed, turning every shadow into a threat. "Lock down all sectors," the general shouted. "Seal the lab." Too late. Subject A-01 stepped out of his open cell. He did not run. He walked, slow and calm, like he was waking from a long sleep. His skin still hung dead gray, his veins still black, but there was something new in his eyes. Awareness .2 guards raised their rifles. "Stop." I yelled, "Do not shoot." A-01 turned his head toward me. The muscles in his jaw twitched like he was trying to form words he no longer remembered how to make. He looked at the guards, then at me again, and smiled. Not a human smile, an understanding one the guards fired anyway. Bullets ripped into his chest. He staggered, but did not fall. The virus in his blood boiled, knitting torn flesh with sickening speed. More cells around us began to shake. The other zombies slammed into glass, harder than before, as if following a command none of US could hear. The engineer checked the consoles, pale. "He is in the system," he said. "The virus. It is rewriting the locks, the access codes. Like it is learning." Project Lucid had been about control, but the first mind it had fully stabilized was not human. IT was his. The intelligent infected watched me while alarms blared. The general grabbed my arm. "We have one option left," he said. "We trigger the purge. Incinerate this entire level. We cannot risk this thing getting out." "And the cure?" I asked. "Leah, the boy, everyone here." "They die," he said. "But so does he. So does your monster." He handed me a key card. "You started this, Dr. Cross. You end it. Purge authorization requires your sign-off." Outside the observation window, Leah pounded on the glass, eyes wide with terror. "Daniel, what is happening?" she cried. The boy behind her, clutching her gown, I in the main lab. 01 took another step forward. The other zombies began to fall quiet, watching him, waiting for me, that eye in my pocket, a single vial of serum pressed against my leg. The most concentrated dose we had ever made. Experimental, unstable, enough to change a human. Maybe enough to change something else. That I stepped away from the general and moved toward A01. "What are you doing?" the general shouted. "Get back here!" The intelligent infected tilted his head as I approached. Up close, I could feel a strange pull, like a pressure behind my eyes. A whisper at the edge of hearing. "Is that you?" I asked. "Are you in their heads? In the city?" He did not answer, but his eyes did. There was a hunger there, for flesh and something more, for expansion, for connection, maybe for freedom. I held up the vial. "This was made for me," I said softly, "from the same blueprint they used to build you. Maybe it can stop you. Maybe it can change you." Behind me, the general's voice broke. "Daniel, if you inject that thing and it takes control of you, it is over. Hit the purge. Now!" My hand hovered between the wall panel that would burn us all and the syringe that could rewrite everything again. The lab fell silent, except for the wet breathing of the undead and the steady beeping of failing machines. I thought of Leah's clear eyes after the serum, of the boy whispering, "It is quiet." As the voices left his head, I thought of Washington D.C. above us, burning, full of people who had once had lives, names, families, now trapped inside ruined flesh. And I thought of my own blood, the mistake that became this nightmare that I met A01's gaze. Behind the rot, something watched me like an equal. "It started with me," I said. "It ended with me." I made my choice. And as the needle pierced skin and alarms screamed and the lights flickered, our world, above and below, held its breath, waiting to see if a cure would rise in the dark, or something far worse. If you want to know how stories like this continue, and to discover even darker tales in the shadows of the world, remember to subscribe to the channel, activate all notifications, give a like to this video, leave a comment with your theories and favorite moments, and share this story with your friends so they can experience the horror with you.